Sagittarius, something in your heart has spoken, a voice as delicate as morning mist, but sharp like a guiding needle. It is not fear, it is intuition. And this time, you know you cannot ignore it. There is someone very close to you, so close that you once called them a soul ally. But you've started to feel that something is no longer right. A glance that avoids your eyes, a word too carefully chosen, a smile without light, a silence too long in conversations. You feel it, without needing evidence. Because the truth, for a soul as free as yours, is not in the proof, but in the frequency. You've read it the same way you read stars in a foreign sky. No one taught you, but you just knew. And what you're about to hear now might give you chills or bring tears to your eyes. But please stay until the very end, because if you leave too soon, you might miss the most important message. Let me ask you, Sagittarius, have you ever felt like you're being watched, not by eyes, but by intention? Have you ever seen someone so close you once invited them into your dreams, living out a role in a play you were never given the script for? Someone not unfamiliar, someone you once chose to trust, someone you once swore you would never doubt, even if the whole world warned you. And that very person is keeping a secret about you, and they don't want you to find out. This isn't just betrayal. This is a divine reminder that your intuition is your silent guardian. And when it begins to stir, it's not to scare you, but to help you see more clearly. Maybe this hurts, but pain does not mean you are wrong. On the contrary, it may be the very sign that you are being reborn. You are changing, Sagittarius, not just your lifestyle, but your entire energetic structure. A new haircut, a new decision, a new way of seeing the world, and none of it is the same anymore. You no longer feel safe in the things that once gave you a sense of belonging, and that is when the old people in your life begin to feel confused. Because the new Sagittarius is no longer tame. You shine without needing anyone to flip your switch. You speak truths that make others uncomfortable, because truth can be blinding. And that has awakened envy. They whisper, they pretend to care, they disguise themselves as opportunity. A job offer might appear, looking like a golden door, but not everything that glitters leads to freedom. Ask yourself again, does this bring me closer to my true destiny? Or is it just a shiny replica of another cage? Sagittarius, this is not the time to run. This is the time to walk straight through the truth, with an open heart and a soul that does not compromise. You were not born to doubt yourself. You were born to blaze, even if that flame burns those who once helped you. Leave a sign in the comments if you've ever felt this. I trust my intuition. I won't close my eyes anymore. Sagittarius, sometimes the thing you think is a gift is actually a trap with a drawn bow hidden behind a smile. Place your hand over your heart and ask, what they offer me, does it help me fly farther? Or does it bind me closer to an invisible cage? Does it bring me nearer to my soul's mission, or pull me away from the light my spirit chose? Because if there's one thing life has taught you, the wild flame-blooded Sagittarius, it is this: never let yourself be blinded by artificial light. How many times did you think you were walking into an opportunity, only to discover it was the velvet-wrapped door of a prison that locks up your heart? True success doesn't come from applause. It comes from the peace of making choices that don't betray your own soul. But there's one more thing. Something you've suppressed for far too long. An old wound that was never truly healed. A silent rage that became part of you. Like a shadow that never leaves. Do you feel it every time you think of that person? There's a moment when you think of them, something closes in your chest. A gate, a heartbeat, a flicker of light that gets snuffed out. Why are you still holding it? Why does it hurt, yet you choose silence? That wound is what's blocking you from true love. The love you deserve. Not because it isn't coming, but because it cannot enter a space still occupied by pain. And then, when you least expect it, something that may hurt will arrive. A truth, a piece of news, a sudden shift with no warning. You must be ready. Not to endure, but to stand firm. Because you already know this is coming. You felt it in the air. And you also know that someone is watching you. They don't speak out loud, but they whisper, they comment, they observe you from the shadows. Some are envious, some are disappointed, but they all share one thing in common. They cannot bear the light that is radiating from you. And what are you going to do about it, Sagittarius? Dim your light? shrink yourself so you don't dazzle anyone? Or will you shine even brighter, like a flame that no one but you can extinguish? You cannot save everyone. You cannot carry the pain of the world. You were not born to sacrifice your inner light just so others could feel comfortable. You are not naive. You are profound. You are capable of loving with your whole soul, of giving without measuring. But you are not blind. You know when something is off. You know when someone looks at you with a smile but secretly hopes you'll fall. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because your light is illuminating the places they don't want to see. You are growing. You are changing. You are no longer seeking approval. And that is something some people simply cannot stand. But you were not born to fit into this world. You were born to lead, to break paths, to live in alignment with the great soul the universe placed within you. And now, before we continue, declare this out loud as a spiritual decree. I, Sagittarius, open my eyes, I trust my intuition, and I release myself from all illusions. If you are ready to walk into the real light, to stop pretending you don't know what you've always known, leave a sign in the comments. I will not close my eyes again. I am ready to see clearly and walk forward in freedom. You are silent, but the soul of Sagittarius is not. It whispers the truth, even when the world chooses to plug its ears. You carry a strange gift, the ability to see what hides behind a smile. You don't need anyone to speak it. You can feel it, not just with your eyes, but with your intuition. A radar born in your blood, untaught, undeniable. Even when it hurts. Even when it makes your chest tighten. You know this. You do not deserve to be surrounded by lies wrapped in artificial light. You know that the world inside you is a sacred temple, and anyone who cannot honor that does not deserve to enter. In everything that is being revealed, your own image is speaking too. You look in the mirror, and it says, it's time to change. Not your appearance, but the alignment between the truth in your blood and the way you show up in the world. No more playing roles, no more wearing masks, no more living just to be applauded, because you've changed. And when you dare to express that change, something big will begin to move. An opportunity, an offer, a turning point. It is coming, and it is directly connected to the new energy you are radiating. People can feel you. They may not understand it, but they see that you've changed. And because of that, doors begin to open. But not every door leads to freedom. Some doors lead you to wide open lands, but some, though they appear like heaven, are simply applause masquerading as captivity. The offer that's coming may sound beautiful, promises, money, the glow of recognition. But does it nourish your soul or only inflate your ego? Does it make you larger or does it make you forget who you are? Sagittarius, do not sell yourself. Do not trade your fire for a cushion of safety. You were not born to be comfortable. You were born to burn away the old, to turn endings into beginnings. And speaking of the old, there is still a pain you've buried too deep. A memory you refuse to face, a wound unhealed that you've learned to live with as if it were part of who you are. You feel it every time someone gets close to your heart. You close the door before they even knock. You call it intuition, but in truth, it is fear. Because love is not gone. It just cannot enter a place still occupied by fear. It's not that you're unworthy, it's that you haven't cleared the space to receive it. And if you are about to hear some unsettling news, I don't say this to frighten you. I say it so you won't collapse when it comes. So you'll know you are strong enough not to tremble. You will get through this. You will not be broken. You will become wiser, stronger. But only if you stop living through someone else's eyes. Stop listening to the judgment of people who know nothing about the road you've walked. Sagittarius, remember this. You did not come here to fit in. You came to redefine what freedom means. And if this speaks to you, write this in the comments as your own declaration of awakening. I am the untamed flame. I release myself from illusions and step into my true mission. Will you keep handing your power over to them, Sagittarius? Will you let them walk into the sacred calm of your heart as if it were theirs by right? No, Sagittarius. Let them talk. Let them gossip. Let them watch you as you rise into the sky beyond their reach. You are not here to please. You are here to ignite, and to do that, you must let go of the need to control everything. You are not the savior. You are not required to do it all. You are not meant to save the world by draining yourself dry. You are exhausted, not because you are weak, but because you have forgotten yourself. Because you've given more than you've kept. Because you thought love meant perfection. It's time to let go. Let go of expectations that were never yours to carry. Let go of responsibilities that do not belong to your destiny, and return to the voice you've heard for so long, but keep ignoring. Do you remember it? That feeling in your chest every time you were about to turn away. That voice, light as the wind, but echoing in your heart like a trumpet call from the divine. You can feel it, even now. It is your soul calling its own name, and you are not here by accident. You are not reading this just out of curiosity. This is the answer you once whispered into the stars. You felt something was off. You saw the signs, but you pretended not to. Because trusting hurts, because disappointment exhausts you, because you wanted to hold on to the last good image of someone, even when your intuition screamed, they are wearing a mask. You know they're not real, not because of what they say, but because the energy they emit no longer reaches you. Their smile is fake, their care is conditional. They don't hate you, they fear your light, they fear your clarity, they fear the day you no longer need them. So what will you do? Seek revenge? Let anger consume you? No. Act with clarity. Stand strong like a warrior of light. Choose like someone who knows their worth. Even your reflection is changing. Have you started to feel that your old hairstyle no longer fits you? Have you looked in the mirror and not recognized the person looking back? Not because you've become a stranger, but because you've become real. Changing your appearance is not vanity. It is ritual. It is embodiment. It is you telling the world, this is me, and I ask no one for permission to exist. And that will ripple into your career. A big opportunity will appear. But it may also be a trap laced in glitter. Be careful, Sagittarius. Not everything that sparkles is light. Not every offer honors who you are. Don't sign with your head. Feel with your heart. Ask yourself, does this honor my values? Does it lift me up? Or does it use me? Does it inspire me or drain me? Because you are not a tool, you are a visionary. And if a place does not respect your soul, then not deserve to have you. You also can't keep hiding your pain. That wound, you know it. It still speaks every time you try to open your heart. Every time someone gets close, it pulls you back. It's time to break the cycle, not by covering it with a smile, but by healing it. Cry if you must, scream if you must, but do not lock yourself in the dark any longer, because something is coming. It might shake you, but it's not here to destroy you, it's here to awaken you. And if you're still listening, then this is no longer a warning. It is a revelation. You are the light. You are the flame that must not be dimmed just because someone else finds it too bright. You did not come here to be accepted. You came here to transform. And on that path, loneliness may be the price. Exposure may make you tremble, but you will become a guide. Not because you have all the answers, but because you have the power to connect with yourself. And if some part of you is trembling, if you're hearing this inside your heart, then write it as a sacred declaration sent to the heavens. I am the light. I no longer hide. I step into my true destiny without fear, without permission. Sagittarius, what hurts you is not the lie itself. It's that the lie came from someone you once chose, someone you trusted with an open heart, someone who once had a place in your dreams, but that place is no longer theirs. No matter how tightly you try to hold on to the old truth, no matter how much you wish they were still who they used to be, the vibration has changed. This is not a tragedy. It is a purification. The universe is removing what no longer matches the energy you are evolving into. And yes, you're not ready. You're afraid of what waits behind the door that's closing. But look again, you are changing, not into someone else, but into the truest version of yourself. And not everyone will follow you into that next chapter. And that's okay, because transformation always begins within, and then demands to be seen. You start to feel that your old style is no longer you. You want to cut your hair, dress differently, laugh differently, not to impress, but to set yourself free. You no longer shout to the world, I've changed. You simply show up, and those who can see will understand. And when you do, an offer will come, an invitation, a turning point. It may shake the entire road you're walking, but it may also be a trap, wrapped in sweet words. Don't decide with your mind. Ask your heart, does this resonate with me? Does it inspire me or exhaust me? Is it calling my name or just calling my ambition? Sagittarius, you were not born to sell your freedom for safety. You were born to carve new paths, to break the mold. But to do that, you must let go of the old, the unhealed wound, the silent rage, the one who left, but whose memory still lingers in you. Do you truly want to keep living in a story that has already ended? You don't need to forget. You need to be free. Thank the past for what it taught you, but it no longer defines you. And yes, something painful might be coming. A piece of news, a truth. But it's not here to destroy you, it's here to awaken you. You are a flame. You are the scar that became a symbol. And while you rebuild yourself, people will talk. They'll doubt you because you are different. They'll feel discomfort because you are free. They'll criticize because your light leaves them with nowhere left to hide. But Sagittarius, you didn't come here to be liked. You came to provoke, to illuminate. That makes you a target. But it also makes you a guide. And to hold that role, you must let go of control. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to be yourself, with your light and your shadow, with your storms and your silence. And you know what? When you become fully yourself, the world begins to realign. The masks fall away, the truth reveals itself, and the path opens, clear as a signal from the stars. Because you are no longer who you used to be. You no longer feel the same. You no longer believe the things that once broke you. You know, there was someone who smiled at you, but hid envy behind their eyes. Someone who said they cared, but held deception in their heart. And yes, it hurt, but it was also a gift. Every disappointment, a purification. Every time your heart broke, it became more real. You can't ignore your intuition anymore. You know, you've known for a long time. Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? You know, you've just been waiting for the courage to live it out loud. And if you're still reading, it's because your soul knows. There's no more time to delay. Because what you just heard was not a reminder, it was a revelation. If you are ready to cross the threshold, leave this in the comments as a signal to the universe. I am no longer who I was. I release the past and step into truth. Sagittarius, do you realize that the job offer that looks perfect may not be light at all? It may come wrapped in a golden bow, but inside, a chain too delicate to see. And you, wide open soul, honest spirit, adventurous heart, you deserve freedom more than any offer that asks you to trade it for inner peace. You know this. True love cannot arrive if your heart is still tied to the past. Forgiveness is not a gift for others. It is the doorway that frees you from the prison of memory. You know, one moment can change a lifetime. One piece of news can take your breath away. One truth can flip your world. But you also know you are ready. Not just today, but since the days you fell and rose again. Since the moments you forgave in silence. Since the times you kept walking, even when no one saw the light in your eyes. You know they are watching you. You know they judge you without knowing your journey. But you also know light always costs loneliness. The more authentic you are, the more you disturb others. The freer you become, the more you make them feel their own cages. And do you know what, Sagittarius? You don't have to carry it all. You weren't born to control every detail. Keep holding it in, and even your wings will start to bleed. So this time, let go. Let go of the need to please. Let go of the obsession with being perfect. Let go of the fear that you have to be the one who's right. And trust. Trust that when you choose yourself, the universe will choose you. And when that happens, the door will open. The path will appear. The answer will arrive. Like light beaming straight into your chest. The journey you've lived was not wandering. It was a right. A quantum leap of the soul. A sacred decision that says, I will delay no more. And now, with eyes that see truth and a heart on fire, you must choose. Will you keep living in the comfort zone or walk toward where you truly belong? No more halfway, no more let's wait and see. Sagittarius, you must place yourself first. A new chapter is waiting. But it will not come if you don't close the last one. You must say goodbye to the past. You must dare to let go of what once felt safe, but now weighs you down. You must step out of the familiar and into truth. And now I ask you, with your heart in your hands, the person you know has lied to you. Who is it? You've known all along. Your intuition has whispered already. So will you act on it or look away again? One more time? If you are still here, I know this. A part of you can no longer bear the silence. A part of you is ready. Leave a spiritual signal in the comments. I am ready. I put my soul first. I choose truth, and I won't apologize for it. Because this is only the beginning. And what comes next will change everything.